Yo! Welcome, y'all. How's it going? I'm gonna see you in here. First one in. What up, what up? We are going to be streaming the Blitz tournament again, spring season. This is day 2 of the round robin for the professionals tournament, so top 8 is here. If you were not here yesterday, where we watched the first 2 games, we followed Apex. They played against Elevate in 4-0, won against Elevate. And they played against Joker and they got 0-4. So Joker defeated Apex. Apex defeated Elevate. That is what we watched yesterday. Today we are going to be watching 4L, the 4 Life clan. They will be playing against Origin to start things off. Origin had a great day yesterday. They 4-0'd Honda, but they also 4-0'd Joker, which is insane. Joker, first time that they've ever lost to Origin, and it was a 4-0. So that was pretty crazy. And then, so after 4L plays against Origin, they will play against Apex, who we watched yesterday. So that is how things are going to be going for today. In terms of the standings, this is what things are looking like. So right now, Origin are in the lead. Here, maybe is this good? Yeah, right here. Kind of. So my face blocks out a little bit, but it's not too bad. So Origin and SLG are both in the lead right now. They're tied with 2 points. The points are right here. They're on this right side. So I kind of am blocking it. Maybe I'll do this. Yeah, that looks good. So 2 points for Origin and SLG, but they both defeated both of their opponents. Joker and Ponda both went 1-1, as did Reggie and Apex. So all of those teams are tied, really. Although it looks like Joker and Ponda have the best. They're a little bit ahead, probably because of game wins. That would be my guess. Reggie and Apex tied for 5th, and 4L and Elevate. Neither of them won either of their sets either. So this is how it's going right now. Obviously, day 1, not a whole lot to be said in terms of, it's like you can't tell who's going to make it based on day 1 alone. Origin is, of course, looking good, and SLG is looking really good too, but SLG had a pretty easy first day. I believe they played Reggie and Elevate, and either that or they're playing Reggie today. But SLG, I know, is, so they played 4L and Reggie, and so they're playing Reggie today as well as Joker. Okay, so SLG starting off with 3 easier teams, but it's going to become a lot harder for them. So even though they have a lot of wins at the beginning, they could get a lot tougher later on. SLG, they are tied for the lead with Origin. The Origin had their hardest opponent yesterday and defeated them, so they're looking really good for top 4 right now. All of the teams in the middle, of course, they have a chance to prove themselves. I highly doubt that one loss for Joker is going to deter them that much from making top 4. It's going to be very easy for them to do, I think. Or not easy, but it'll be very possible for them to make top 4, sorry. My goodness, my speaking is not very good today. I apologize for that. We'll try to get better. Yeah, not a good start for 4L or Elevate. They're going to have to be getting some dubs. But I'm going to go ahead and switch to this scene right here because I am getting my invite in just a moment. And I also have to set up the Twitch prediction because I don't believe anyone is here to do that. So let's go ahead and do that. Start prediction. Who win? Yeah, and we are watching 4L versus Origin. Okay. Let's get it, y'all. But looks like this is going to be a set where the first 2 games are played on Castilla. And then after Castilla, we are going to be seeing Naval Frontier for games 3 and 4. Then Desert Sands for 5 and 6. And then Normandy for 7. So, again, this is going to be a best of 7, as is the rest of top 8. So, plenty of long sets here. They're not just going to be quick, 2-0s, 2-1s like we saw a lot of in the qualifying stage, but this is going to be all best of 7, so at minimum 4 games each and hopefully more. Although yesterday was both 4-0s, hopefully today's a little bit more competitive. We will see. Should be some good games today. I hope so too, OG Tanker. Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate ya. In case y'all want to watch other sets right now, so I'm covering 4L as they play Origin and Apex. If you wanted to watch Joker, Joker is being streamed right now by Robert, and they are going to be playing against Elevate and then SLG. So if you have interest in watching Joker, Robert is streaming. Additionally, for days 3 and 4, we're going to be joined by Asia server streamer XAFK, also known as Rose, apparently, and he will be helping for tours 5, 6, and 7. So on Saturday and Sunday, if you want to go ahead and catch his channel, you can do so as well, although I don't have a link to it. But you can go ahead and check him out there. I'm going to go ahead and switch to the icons here. And currently 4L not in the room, it's just me. You get to see me sitting there. Beautiful. I will be carrying the 4L team from this position. And Origin already lining up their players here. Castilla going to be the first map, and I am excited for this one. This is a fun map. A lot of fun things happen on this map. We saw SLG play it very well the other day against 4L and against Reggie. Reggie, they did a 2-on-6, which was super exciting, so SLG did a great job on it, and then SLG also had some really nice rotational plays on 4L. Most notably picking Burby off when he was in the T100 trying to cap the C base. But that was, of course, SLG, right? These two teams, completely different. Well, I mean, we did see 4L on the map, but in general, what I'm trying to say here is that Castilla is a fun map. And I hope that we see some fun lineups. 4L still not here yet, and they've only got a little over a minute to go ahead and join the room. It is 8:59, and don't want them to miss out on their set here. That would not be good. What's going on? I almost never see anyone turn up this late to their set. This is slightly concerning. Should be okay, hopefully. I mean, they're top 8 and they're in the contention for top 4, so I would imagine that they're taking this seriously. Yep, there they are. With just 50 seconds left, they finally show up to the room. That's scary, man. They cut it real close. You have to pick their tanks quickly. While they're picking their tanks, we can go over Origin's lineup because they have some interesting tanks. They're seeing a double bat chat here for them as they run the south spawn. Could be a fast B cap, who knows? They will also run a couple Krons, IS-7, E5, and 60 TP. So they've got a lot of Clippers on their team. When they played against Joker and 4-0'd them, I ended up watching the setback. They ran a lot of Krons. Their Clippers did really well for them, so that seems to be their style. They are continuing to play that way, as they have in the past. What's up, Florian, Army Reject 9-0, howdy howdy. Good to have y'all in here. What is up? Shalom, Kaiser as well. Hello, everyone's tuning in. Good to see y'all. 4L readied up with a couple. They readied up with 7 different tanks there. We can go over those in a minute, I suppose. But oh, I forgot to reset the score from yesterday. Sorry about that. Origin did not infect 4L yet. Mabi. But yeah, so they are running 7 different tanks here from the north spawn. Concept IS-7, Kron Leo, Sturv T100, and E5. So they do have a pretty mobile lineup there. I'm curious to see the Leopard being used. I assume they're going to put it on this giant hill right here, just kind of that covers the base from their side. And Leafy, actually Leafy is going to be going up there in the T100. Burby headed more towards the church area, perhaps. What about the double bat chats here? They are not, in fact, doing for fast BCAP like I thought. Origin will be a little bit more committed towards the C side. They're actually going to be sending Bubba hyper aggressive there, right across. Could take a shot from Max. May not. No, he gets there safe. Spots Leafy up top in the T100 LT. The rest of 4L heading more towards A. Burby does put a quick shot into Jisoo to start things off. J, I should call them on stream. Jisoo is his normal name, but changed the username, so I should refer to them as J, just so y'all follow along on the stream. Not that deep, so 4L is going to take the A base quickly here with 2 tanks. Not that deep, getting most of the cap points here. But Origin, nowhere to be found. They've sent their T125 over there to spot, but they will actually get on the C base. Max potentially going for a blind reset. He is spotted. Shoots at Tanner, misses it. Tanner is not, in fact, sitting in the bush. I like that decision from Tanner. The bushes were fired at. Max shoots 2 shots, 1 at either bush. Neither gets the reset, so good play there from Origin. Not grabbing it from a obvious, predictable spot. So they will get a base, though they're down on the points right now, and Jisoo is actually kind of pushing the rest of 4L back. They are rotating, obviously not just because of Jay, but probably just a more holistic response to the C cap by Origin, as well as having Bubba so far forward in his IS-7 there. And Tan Burby going to be playing close by, maybe just to punish in case he makes any sort of big mistake. But right now, not a whole lot of damage has gone in. Jay took the quick shot early on, and Tan also took some damage here, so pretty even hit points wise. Only one hit point separating the two teams. Origin does have the hit point advantage though by a mere 1, which is nice and goofy. Burby didn't get to see if he maybe tried to go for that self boost, maybe not, but Leafy might be going for it here. Nope, he turns. Jay does get spotted. Does he take a hit though? Max all the way on the other side might have the opportunity to put one in. Does so. That's one shot, probably a second as well. Bounces that right into the mantlet, but in comes K911 in the concept, waiting to shoot Jay instead. But nope, Jay going to drive forward, and it looks like we're going to be seeing a bit of a push through here from Origin. They spot Max out, and Bubba's driving right on through with the double crons. They are here to catch Max, who is quite alone right here. Burby going to be trying to support from afar, but are they going to be able to save him? Ooh, looks like actually Tanner took some massive shots here, so he was out camping all the way in the back. 4L is starting their push forward, though. Jay is starting to take damage, as is the side here. Max Verstappen getting clipped out by the crons. He falls. Down over here, we've got 3 4L tanks, all on Jay right now, and Tan, who is grabbing the B base. So right now, 2 caps for 4L as they attempt to grab B. However, McAllister 20 is taking a little bit of damage here. The double bat chat with those nice clips. And Cora, who is trying to spot right now for the team. But, oh my goodness, what's going on over this side? So Origin is going to continue their push right through. Every time I look away, a shot goes in somewhere that I'm not looking. This is some shenanigans. But we are seeing some bleeds here. Where's Amarak getting damaged? But I'm curious to see how the Origin tanks are going to push through the spawn in. Bubba Vernon's got himself caught out here. He wants to put a shot into Burby, but he's got DPM tanks all around him. Burby's going to have him in the front, not that deep from behind. However, Apa's going to have some shots here. Misses one, though. And Tanner trying to clip out from the side is not able to do it. And now Apa's here alone in the Kron Von without any shells. Mac and K911 putting shots in. Apa's going to fall, so overextension here from Origin as they lose 2 tanks very quickly. Was a 6-on-6, now it's a 6-on-4. Origin has the hit point advantage. Sorry, 4L has the hit point advantage and the caps and the tanks. So this is their game to lose right now. Overextension from Origin not going to work. Pew's going to see if he can pick off a tank. But 4L clears themselves from the area. Pew doesn't really know exactly what to do. Some calls are happening right now from Origin, but I'm not sure what they are. It's going to be very difficult for them to bring it back either way. Pew finds not that deep, but Burby gets spotted as well. Tanner putting 2 shots in. Pew's going to pick up that kill, does so. Stopping the points for a little bit, but Tan also taking a good amount of damage. But they are pushing onto Cora here. Concept putting a shot in, Leafy putting a shot in. He's not going to be able to avoid it all. Xen also falling down here to not that deep. Cora will in just a moment. 900 points here for 4L. He picks up another kill. It's a 2-on-5 right now, and it's just the bat chats left. Pew sitting and waiting to see if he can line up a shot. No, he's not even moving at this point. I think that they're just realizing that, okay, we need to spend a little bit of time here and think about what we're going to do differently for the next game, because the overextension from Origin there was enough for 4L to clean it up, get the win. Game number 1 here. And Pew drowned himself. Nice. That's great. First any stream. What's up, Nino? Hope that you're enjoying. If there is something for you to catch up on, Nino, yesterday Joker got 4-0'd by Origin. So that's kind of crazy. But yeah, the cameras were awkward there. Every time I looked away from an area, someone got shot, and it was super awkward. Vabon's in here, Shimpy, Yaki, Sean, hello everyone, Pickle, what up? Miss the gambling, man. And of course, Sean, I enjoy this. Anyway, game number 2 here. Now it is going to be Origin with the North Spawn. North Spawn is typically considered better on Castilla. So now Origin has an opportunity to equalize. It is a very asymmetrical map. Very different strategies depending on which way you go. But Origin is going to be keeping those Crons, actually adding a third to the mix, getting rid of the bad chats though. Instead having a T100 and a Sheridan. A 50B in the mix there, so a little bit of clipper action here for Origin, and I do love those clippers. And 4L running one of their own, a Yo, as well as a Cron, okay, so keeping one light tank there in the T100. Don't think 4L's got much of a chance here. Well, I mean 4L, they had a rough day yesterday, but now's a good time for them to equalize here. But Origin had an amazing day yesterday right now, and if they definitely want to keep up that momentum for sure. Because after beating Joker 4-0, you can't be losing to 4L, right? That just wouldn't make any sense. And 4L is going to try to make it happen. Once again, running 7 different tanks. But it worked for them the last game, I suppose. Each one has a special particular role for a victory. But here we are, guys. Game number 2 about to begin. The night rhythm as well. Yeah, go to sleep, y'all Europeans. Come on. Yeah, I heard about EU and APA losing. Didn't watch it live. Ended up watching it back. I only had it up in the background though, so I wasn't like fully paying attention to it. But good job to Crowley for that dub. 4L is doing an interesting play here. They're mostly committing towards the A side, but they're sending Leafy forward probably for a quick cap of the B base. No, not quite. Or he's taking an indirect route to it to not get himself spotted. Tanner went for a self boost all the way over on that side of the map. Didn't watch it. Maybe I should have. Exxon actually going to get spotted, spotting Leafy as well. And Tanner puts the shot into Leafy. He takes a couple. Uh-oh. And Tanner should put in one more. Does so. Quick bleeds here from Origin into 4L. Rest of Origin mostly committed over on the C side. Ooh, Cora takes one himself. Max missing the shot, but someone else put a couple in. Oh my. Is that a Karan Vaughn back there? Yep, that's Burby and the Karan. 2 into Cora, so Origin bleeding themselves, and 4L will reclaim the hit point advantage. Excellent, getting spotted. Leafy again getting lit. But yeah, Origin is bleeding quite a bit here. And Tanner all the way back in the T100, the only tank who's able to put shots into 4L right now. 4L also has a decent look at the C base as well, so it could be a little bit scary if Origin were to try to cap it. They've got 2 Kronvons here right now, lined up to see if they can put some shots into a crossing area here, but Excellent, not going to spot Leafy. He is lit himself and trying to back up as far as he can, noticing the IS-4 behind him in the A base. We should see resets from Tanner. But no, he actually got spotted and dropped down, so losing the self-boost position here. So right now, no bases are taken, but hit points are relatively equal. Closest NA. I would say that the top 5 teams are pretty strong. Top 6 maybe even. I would say Origin and Joker are the clear top 2. Tanner going for an interesting A cap, or sorry, B cap. My goodness. It was Origin that went for B. 4L is A again. Mac Alistair getting a little bit more confident once again here. Grabs the base. Tanner sneaking B though, because of the aggressive play from the Kron Vaughn, holding Max Verstappen from getting the base reset. So really well played there from Origin. Able to sneak in that cap because of the Kron Vaughn's aggressive play. They've got 2 more Krons right behind him, so 4L is not going to want to push him at all. As I was saying, I think Joker and Origin are the 2 strongest for sure. Historically, Apex has had a better record against Joker than Origin is, but Apex is wildly inconsistent in losing to other teams, whereas Origin rarely does. And lots of blind shots going in towards Tanner, but he's capping right outside of the bush. As you can see, they're blind firing right at the bush, but Tanner not sitting there. Amazing play, does that both times. Grabs the base very cleanly. And it is in fact 4L that's taking lots of bleeds now. Burby brought down a third of his hit points. But yeah, I would say Apex is a third, but SLG is actually really good this season. It's hard to say how good SLG is, because they went really toe-to-toe with 4L, who have not been doing so well in top 8, but 4L is strong themselves. They got 5th place last season. If Apo could spot Tantan, that would be big. He doesn't, though. And Xent still in a sneaky little position here. Max might be able to sneak something in. No, he backs up last second. Good awareness from Xent, but in comes 4L from behind. Not that deep, getting spotted. And yeah, 4L tanks are all pushing right on through here. And what will the Kronvons do? Lots of bleeds going into not that deep. Ooh, big shots there. Xent starting to get pushed out a little bit here, but Tanner in the T100 should be able to punish not that deep pretty easily here. Xent holding on as long as he can. And really good bleeds here from Origin. They are punishing 4L hard for this overextension. Not that deep. The highest DPM tank from 4L, other than the T100 LT, already punished down to 600 hit points. Tantan also taking lots of damage, and the only person who's really taking a ton of damage here for Origin because of this play is Xent. But he is doing just fine right now. He's got plenty of cover. Tantan takes yet another. All these Kronvons lined up, shared in from up top, and now Korra's here to punish McAllister. Tantan can't do a whole lot about it. Korra's going to, in fact, try to kill him. Nope, the double shot from Tantan should be able to pick up the kill on Korra. No, doesn't fire his gun. Tanner's going to push not that deep. We're at 990 points here for Origin in just a second. And yeah, big overextension. All those tanks died, plus the T100 LT elsewhere on the map. I didn't get to see that one, but Origin easily punishing that misplay from 4L, tying it up. It's very hard to push into those Krons, man. 3 Krons, so much burst damage output, right? And they've just been waiting all game to fire those shots, so really well played from Origin. Moving on to our next map, Naval. This is a nice symmetrical map, used in competitive for a long time. A nice even map to play on. Checking up on chat. What's up, Mr. Game & Watch from Japan? Remember ya? I remember you. Crow's here, your sweater rival. Let's go, dude. You're gonna have to show me that, man. You're gonna have to show me that. That's hype. I am running a merch store, y'all. If y'all want to check out the merch store if you're on Twitch. Beautiful 34 hat that I wear often. Also, I wore a sweatshirt last stream. It looks like Crow's sweatshirt came in as well. So that's hype. That's awesome, dude. So happy. My Little Pony's in here. Austin's in here. Elfar. Everybody's in here. Yeah, SLG is great. They've had some really high highs and they've had some low lows. Like, they need to prove themselves, but I mean, they had a good start for top 8 so far. They're 2-0 right now. Tied for first with Origin. But they played against easier opponents so far. But right now, I would say Joker and Origin clear top 2. Apex is like your wild card third, where they can be better than any team, but they can also lose to any team. So it's really weird. Because Ponda kicked their butts last time they played, but they're also the team that has the best record against Joker. So it's really hard to say. But then SLG is a new team that has like a former Joker player leading it. And just a bunch of strong competitive players in general, but they're not experienced as a group, I would say, but they are a good team. Then, of course, you've got Ponda, who's been top 4 for a while, but fallen off a little bit this season, only because they've played against Joker in most of their brackets. I think 5 out of the 8 days for NA qualifiers they matched against Joker, just because of the win rate seeding, so super unfortunate for them. And then 4L, who got 5th place last season and started off really strong this season because they had a little bit easier brackets, just kind of compared to the other teams. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and watch game number 3 here, and it looks like 4L going for a hyper-aggressive play right through the middle of B, getting spotted very quickly. Tan, not that deep for Verstappen, all taking hits. Origin lined up with their Yo. Kron here as well, but look at Tan, so far forward in the IS-7, spotting Korra. He's kind of stuck out in their corner, but Origin mostly lined up towards C-side. They're actually going for a sneaky bit of a counter push here. Going right around McAllister and Tan. They're going to shoot right into the rear of the 50B. HE missing there, so he's not going to take that much damage, but quick B cap for Origin, as well as grabbing A right now. They're looking good so far here. And the two IS-4s for Origin are pretty far away from the rest of their team. Although I suppose the T-100 is right behind to support, he's going to be grabbing the C-base so that 4L's cap lead doesn't go too far, but already Origin's going to have to figure out how they're going to crack this this egg here, because 2 bases in the first minute. Great opening here for 4L, and the cap differential is only going to grow as time goes on. But Tantan, who was well covered right now, is actually not covered at the moment as the rest of 4L is rotating away. But Origin's got to think of something quickly, as cap points are ticking, having 2 bases, each of them ticking up by 5. On Castilla, they only tick up by 4, but on this base, this map, they tick up by 5. Where Rain? Rain gone. Blitz Cup 2020, 2021, I think you mean. But yes. Xn with 3-shot Yo is lining up on top of B. It's going to be A-Pod driving directly into it here for Origin. And 4L is not really lined up to punish it. They've got Mac Allister putting a shot into Bubba there. And Tantan who's going to turn around for A-Pod, but he's took a big shot from Cora in the corner there. And Cora's still not lit, actually. Tantan not in a good position to reset B. Burby missing his shot as well. A-Pod's just going to back up. No one from 4L is behind, and Origin takes the base away cleanly. A-Pod not even taking a hit, and now 4L is starting to bleed with those 50Bs. They got 2 of those, by the way. Don't know if I didn't mention that. Now A-Pod going to push right into Tantan. And 4L doesn't really have a good punish unless they drop down, and it looks like Leafy will drop down, taking some damage in the process, but in comes Origin. Down goes Tantan, and now Bubba going to be able to turn in onto Leafy here. Tanner taking a lot of damage though in return. Really awkward push, missing the shot and just completely losing all of his hit points for free there. Origin had a good push in, but that was not the way to do it. Big shot goes into Mac though from behind. That was the 60 TP. And Apa's lined up very cleanly against these two, holding them off. Origin going for the push on Mac Allister. And that's 3 tanks dead for 4L. They picked off 1 in return. Someone finally got behind Apa, the 50B and the Yo. Cora getting pushed out from Burby. And he is permatracked, so he is going to be going down in just a moment here. Little over average roll will do it, but they've lost 2 more tanks in the meantime, and Burby not able to pick up the kill. Going to go for a ram, 35 hit points. Can he do it? No, Cora's on 20. And K911, who's going to put his last shot into Bubba before falling, leaves Burby alone, left against 6 tanks, but the caps go off. So Origin's going to take the advantage now, 2-1 in the set. Despite losing the first one, clean second game, and then this third one, stealing the B base right out from under 4L. And I mean, 4L didn't really have a response to it. They overextended Tan all the way in the IS-7, and he got caught out. Cora holding on for as long as he could in the 60 DP, and despite being spotted, isolated position early on, still able to do the most damage for the team, get them a dub there. And yeah, 4L just kind of overcommitted a couple tanks, but they either want to go all out with that, or they want to not do it at all, right? Because they grabbed a lot of ground early on in the game with Tan in the IS-7, but then they did nothing with it, right? And he's just stuck there. He can't really leave, because if he crossed that area, everyone who is on the C side can shoot right through those B lanes right into him. So he just didn't have an opportunity to run. And 4L could have committed more resources to that, but instead just got caught out. Game number 4 as the spawns swap. 4L going to be running a very heavy lineup here. 2 IS-4s and a mouse, as well as 2 crons here, so going for a good amount of burst as well. Also, Yaspidum, welcome to the stream. Howdy. Texas. Something like that. I'm from the US, not quite Texas. Origin has some retired Primo dudes. Yeah, when Primo disbanded, a lot of them went to Origin. That's Tanner. Anyone else in the chat? Eduardo, welcome. Death Knight, hello, hello. That's not the best, should be okay. Yeah, that's good. APA, y'all are gonna be fine. Joker on top again. They are not right now. Anyway, game number 4 about to begin. Glad that we have a competitive set so far, although Origin took that game quite cleanly. It always scares me when it shows the garage after the countdown. It makes me think that I didn't ready up, which is always funny. Although I made that mistake one time when I streamed my very first tournament, which was Spring Challengers 2021. So actually 2 years ago, down to the tournament. Spring of 2021 was my first time streaming a tournament. And I did the Challengers, not professional, so I did top 16 instead of top 8. And there is one game I didn't ready up on, and ever since then I've been terrified of it. Anyway, Tantan going very aggressively again, but this time in a different position. He's kind of holding down B, making sure Origin can't grab it easily. Does take a hit from Panzer. Nice shot there. Double Krons from Origin going to be lining up top. Very common position for the Kronvons on this map. 4L going to be bringing one up as well. HE's going in, though. Look at Leafy in the mouse here. Interesting position for him. He's preventing Origin from going for a little bit of a push through the dip there, which is exactly what they did last game. So now a mouse blocking that option off from Origin. Cora going to be the closest tank to grabbing a base here, but at the moment not quite committing to it just yet, holding off in case 4L has something sneaky. The sneaky tank they do have here is a double shot Yo, but wouldn't really have the resets from this position. Origin also having a double shot Yo and Xzent. So both of them with their 2 shots. Looks like Origin going to rotate off of C as well. APA going to back down. K911 potentially lining up to take the base. Right now it is just tension across the board here. Origin starting to put tanks into A. It's going to be the T100 bringing himself in. And he should be able to cap it cleanly from what I can tell. I don't see anything. No, he's just going to back right off. Actually backs into a shot from Leafy there, so he was safer on the base than he was driving off of it. Cora's going to get on now, though. And no resets here from 4L, so Panzer's little sneaky run in there was just kind of a info rush. Leafy will get on B, though, and puts a shot into APA. Oh, man. Well placed there. It's not easy to pen an IS-4. But not that deep from 4L is going to be countering right on in. But big shots going in. Xzent putting both of them into Tantan, so he's going to be on half hit points nearly here. So well played from Origin. He's still having their 2 Kronvons on top of C. 4L is pretty spread out themselves, so they've got the mouse in B, they've got Tantan, and not that deep on A. Bubba Vernon getting lit on fire. Oh, that's a big shot right there, all the way across from the 60 TP. Origin is starting to move in towards the C side of the map here. K911 taking some damage, and in come the Kronvons from up top. Tanner going to put his clip in, but he's going to take a clip in return from Burby. But Burby himself getting clipped out from J up top. We're going to be seeing moves on the A side. Leafy in the mouse pushing up into Cora here. 4L going all the way up top. And they will drop right onto Cora, getting a quick, clean kill there. Stopping the A base, immediately pivoting over to C, where we see Burby finally fall. Origin's going to collapse on K911 as well, so good rotation from Origin there. And Xzent, the only tank left over here. Oh, I lied. There is Bubba, currently surrounded by a Kronvon and an IS-4, stuck between a rock and a hard place. Xzent gonna back off. They're gonna give Bubba up and reassess the situation here as they're gonna enter the end game. 5 tanks to 5, but down on hit points as well, and it looks like the Yo has caught the T100 LT. Now Panzer's stuck. Don't want to take that Yo clip, and Max just going to push him out in this direction, potentially push him towards the rest of his team. Finally down goes Bubba. Max still lit. Panzer's going to get away, no problem actually. The rest of Origin is pushing right on in to the middle here. Jay going to load up one more shot and then go for a clip on McAllister. There's 1. There is 2. He's going to have to put that 3rd in for the kill here. That's worth it though. does so. Tank advantage here, 2 tanks for Origin. Panzer lining up on Leafy. He will likely die to Max, or not that deep. So he falls, but Jay, Apa both stepping on the base here to deal with the mouse. And if I were Jay here, no, Apa actually has to be the one hiding from Max in the Kronvon. Jay can take the damage for him. And at this point, Max just needs to put it in, right? But now he's reloading. Jay's going to push on forward, despite only having 1 shell. And 800 points for both teams. However, Origin grabs the second base. Jay, you definitely don't want to overextend. Not that deep's got a full clip. That will not be good for you. Max is going to put his clip in, but he takes a couple shots in return. Now Jay has the full clip. There's 1, there's 2, and the third will fall in. Not that deep. Not going to try to cover him. Instead, going all the way around where Origin will be able to pick him off. And a clean conversion to a win there again for Origin, having a tank up in the end game despite being down in the hit points made a massive difference for them. Also, I need to give a big shout out to Bubba there. You see how long Bubba survived for Origin despite being the only tank in the area and Origin putting like 4 in the area. Bubba survived for incredibly long. I think that's what did it for 4L, right? Is they lost those tanks on the seaside. Burby, K911. They went down quickly, right? Origin put all their tanks on him, rotating a T100 LT in. But Bubba himself literally just relaxed for a long time, allowed Xzent to back off easily in the Yo. He crossed right in front of several tanks because they were not able to shoot him because of the issues that Bubba was causing. So Origin, they just got themselves out, they regrouped, and they had a better end game because of that extra gun, right? It just gives so much flexibility. What's up, Go Climb a Rock? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Howdy, howdy. Stirves and M4. We saw a lot of them yesterday. We're not seeing any today, really. I think 4Ls run a Stirve here or there, but not a whole lot of M4. They might run one now, though. We are on our next map, Desert Sands. Origin on the verge of winning this one. But 4L, of course, having a chance to equalize things with 2 nice games on Desert Sands. They're going to be running lots of IS-7s here, some good mobility on their team. Origin playing, like, I don't want to say defensive tanks as always. They are playing rather defensively, but I want to say calculated more than defensive. They're playing 60 DPs, so not like hyper-aggressive tanks. E5s for good flex. Kronvon also not an aggressive tank. A Sheridan for spotting, so they're going to see if they can maybe get some really big opening shots to 4L crossing towards the A side, potentially. That may be the play here. But yeah, 4L is completely committed to that aggressive IS-7 Stirves T100. Playing quicker tanks here. Here we go, y'all. Game 5. Origin looking to take this 4-1 over 4L. 4L, of course, would be going 0-3 if that happens. Panzer immediately spotting on the side. Oh my goodness, how did Burby spawn on the side? Burby spawns on the side, so does Jay, but they're going to try to push Panzer out. Origin actually putting pressure on Panzer before crossing. Mac gets spotted, though, takes some big damage. Not nearly as much as Origin wanted to put in, but look at Bubba and Apa going immediately in. And when I said Origin hasn't been playing aggressive, it's more calculated. They are playing aggressive now. It is big punish time here, though. Apa misses the shot on Tantan. Bubba and Apa both taking lots of damage, but in comes the 6 TTPs, and that's going to be big alpha damage here. Tantan should not survive this encounter. Xzent going to get himself in the fight. But Burby coming in to support, so it is right now a 4-on-5, but no, here's Mac as well, so 5-on-5. Make that a 4-on-4 as tanks are traded. Down goes Max, though. The alpha damage really useful for Origin as they're able to get kills quickly. Over on this side, 2-on-2, slightly in 4L's favor, but we'll see how it goes. Actually, I wouldn't even say 4L's favor there. But right now, 4L is grouped up on Bubba, but missing that shot there could be big. No, he goes down anyway. Apo picks the kill on Mac. No, misses the kill on Mac. Going to allow him to put another shot into Tanner, and that actually could be just enough for him to go down. No, he misses that shot in response, though. Tanner falls, so it's a 2-on-2 in the end over here. Panzer's not doing too hot, but the kill did occur on Leafy, so Origin has the 2-1 lead over on this side of the map. Xent putting a big one into Darktronics. That's a max roll. But Burby's going to be able to help out with Xent in just a moment here and potentially could block Apa's path as well. Xent's just got so many hit points, though. He should be able to pick up the kill on Dark. As long as he doesn't low roll, he doesn't, so he's doing just fine. On the other side of the map, Jay does pick up not that deep. I didn't really get to watch a whole lot of that 2v2 action. That could have been interesting to watch, but most of the heavy fighting did go down on this side. Burby, the last tank left alive. Your 4L. As in just a moment here, yes, here we have it. 4L are served their 4th L of the day. Origin takes it 4-1. And even though 4L had a really nice first game, they got punished a lot. Games 2, 3, and 4. And here in Game 5, just got out-brawled, to be honest with you. They lost a 2-on-2, and they lost the 5-on-5. So, I mean, props to Origin for that. Their practice to brawling has absolutely paid off for them, as there really wasn't a whole lot to say about that other than they got out-brawled. Like, they didn't even get bled that much in the opening. That didn't really contribute, I think, to their loss as much as just it's so hard to outpunch 60 TPs in the fight because, well, yes, 4L had those tanks that had a little bit higher DPM maybe. It's harder to punch back because alpha damage just clears guns so fast, right? So 4L did take the L there. We can try to take a look and see if any of the other matches are yet completed. I am pulling up the website right now, refreshing it. Takes a while to refresh for some reason. Okay, it's loaded now. So let's check it out. So Tour 3 we are watching here. SLG defeats Reggie to go undefeated as well. So SLG and Origin are undefeated. Apex defeats Ponda 4-1. I wish that we could have watched this game. This is a big one. Last time Ponda and Apex played, Ponda kicked their butts. But Apex wins. That's big for them, because Ponda being in contention for top 4 as well as Apex, you need to be beating the teams that you're in contention with. So Apex beats Ponda, and Origin defeats 4L, and Joker beats Elevate. Elevate took a game off, so we see 4-1s all across the board here, no matter which set we spectate. 4-1. So that's cool. But that's really big for Apex. So if we look at the leaderboards right now, I'll scroll it like right around here. So 4L and Elevate still have not won a set yet. They're 0-3, and they're going to have to win out if they want any shot at qualifying for top 4, but that could be really bad for them. Hey, Time Child, thank you for the raid, man. Welcome. Everyone on Twitch, go ahead and thank Time Child for the raid. I appreciate it, dude. Again, streaming with delay, but thank you so much. Very kind, very kind. We're just going over the NA tournaments again, playing it here, but welcome. And yeah, Yaspidum, good to have you in here. Yeah, they're not pre-recorded. It's all live. The reason I stream with a delay is so that teams who are playing in the fight can't watch the stream and find out where the enemy is and then counter. That would be cheating, right? So I'm streaming with a delay. I still try to read chat in between as much as I can, but unfortunately I can't interact in real time. So again, Time Child, thank you for the raid. I wish I could thank you in real time, but you're just gonna have to see the the message 3 minutes later. But I do appreciate it. It's always good to have you raiding, and your support is awesome. But yeah, so right now, SLG, Origin, Joker, Apex is looking like top 4. Obviously, things can change. SLG played the 3 arguably easiest teams so far. But, I mean, they've played Reggie 4 and Elevate, who are statistically, like, in last place. But SLG's got tough opponents ahead of them, right? They still haven't played Joker, Origin, Apex, or Ponda. So things could change for them. But yeah, Joker, Apex tied. Although Apex lost to Joker head-to-head, so right now Joker is above. That's how things are going right now. What's up, Flumo? Welcome. Howdy, howdy. Alright, but that's that. We can go ahead and play some games now. Just because we've got plenty of time. Let me double check if there were any replays that were redeemed. We did have one from Tempest. Thank you, Tempest, for the replay. I will go ahead and feature that. Here we go. Let's watch it. It's a tier 7 tank. Interesting. Playing tier 7. I respect it though. It's a regular pub game. Your opinion on APA versus EG? I didn't watch APA EG. Unfortunately. Guys, there, hit the like. Yes, thank you. To be honest, if you like or don't like on YouTube, I don't find it that big a deal. I don't really plan on using YouTube as a large source of growth. I just kind of stream there for tournaments, and that's the only time I will. But I do appreciate all support on YouTube. Also, thank you for the sub there. 666. Oh, that was a follow. Thank you for the follow. Thought it was a YouTube sub. It was a Twitch follow. Thank you for the Twitch follow, man. Appreciate it. Also, we get follow earlier from Fujit and Professor. What up? I was actually in Fujit's stream, so Fujit started streaming on Twitch today. You're not today. He started before. Today was the first day I caught him. So I didn't know he was streaming on Twitch, but Fujit does have a channel now, so he is planning on doing some Twitch streams. In addition to his YouTube, he will be doing those separately, so right now he's in the process of getting affiliate for that. So one of these times I'll have to bring him on here maybe, if I stream a little earlier to accommodate for EU time zone, because I wouldn't want to pull him on at this hour. It's like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. for him. Anyway, right now, N12 already doing pretty well. Put in 5 shots, playing the 45 TP. I don't know how to pronounce it. Habiha? I don't know, but this tank's got tungsten, so very strong. And he's fighting against tier 6s, so they will struggle to deal with the tungsten. That's the thing about these lines, is that the tanks that get tungsten are tier 7 plus. So the tier 6 tank in this line would not get tungsten. Tier 7 does. Also, his loader is dead, so RIP loader. Who did Joker lose to? What's up, Amai? Welcome to the stream. Joker lost to Origin. The maps were... It was Vineyards and Mayan Ruins, I believe. Right, yeah. Same as the ones that we played yesterday for our set. So they were good. I enjoyed watching them. Origin played it really well with their Kronvons. Joker made mistakes that I don't normally see them make, hanging tanks out and stuff, and not having like some sort of plan to win in some other area of the map that would give them a better advantage. Because that's what usually happens, is you can throw yourself at Joker and you can get a couple kills on them, but they will beat you somewhere else on the map that gives them a better position. It's exactly what Apex did. Is Apex would get an early like kill or something on them, but bleed a lot or lose in a different area of the map. So 2.8 here for N12, make that 3k, nice. It's kind of farming in the middle here. There haven't been very many tanks who could pen you. The ARL put a couple in, this Hellcat, who's been in the back the whole time. Despite all the work that you've done this battle, it's still relatively close in terms of tanks left. Here comes the Smasher from behind. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Thank goodness he didn't shoot heat at you. Oh, but this will be some big damage here. Tungsten plus HE, oh man. Oh man. He's still pushing you. Why would he still push you? You got 2 tapped. Congrats, Hellcat. It's crazy. Smasher's still not shooting heat. I sent in a replay of them playing tier 1. Oh, was that him? Was that you, N12? You sent in this replay of playing tier 1? I remember that. I forgot it was you though. Disgusting. I forgot that was him. He says hi 34. Yo! In the replay, he said hi. He knew he wanted to send it in. That's huge. Let's go, man. Let's go. Ha 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 ha. Oh, Army wants to replay as well. You got it, boss. Let's go. Like this guy's name. He's the GOAT. N12. He's just a slightly worse version of N13. Alright, an army reject. Busting out the Caro here. Oh, New Bay. Oh, this is reminiscent of the game that I fought you on New Bay and you were in the Caro. Hobby Ha. Oh, I see. Okay. Hobby Ha. Interesting. I'll try to remember that. Maybe I won't remember that. We'll see. Personally, I think it should be called a Habecha. But that's just me. Okay, but we're on New Bay here, going for a quick spot in the ramps. Doesn't get lit. I mean, good idea to play it low, to be honest. I mean, you could go for spots, but you might get tempted to shoot them. And you don't want to shoot them this early on because you only had your first shell loaded, right? And if you fired, that would have been 20 seconds wasted. Not worth it, not worth it. You got a lot of tanks up here supporting you, so you haven't seen anything, so you may as well push through. Oh, there's something though below you. He's probably gonna proxy you though. Yeah. Enemies got a couple scary tanks on their team. T-57 is scary, although seems to be overextended. TVP as well. Your 268's taking a beating too. Oh my goodness. Your E5 dying in a minute and saying GG. The nerve. The nerve. Here's the farm road. Nice roll. This thing's got a great clip. If only you could use that 4th shell, right? If you could use the 4th shell in this tank, it's got the same clip as a 50B. It's nuts. 50B, dude. Subscribe to Robert. Yes, Robert's great. Love Robert. I'm glad that he's streaming top 8. Because he hasn't been streaming this season. Nor has he been streaming on EU. Nice HE. Beautiful. Another one. Let's go. You lit him on fire twice. You're a bad person. He's gonna die. That's so evil. You lit him on fire twice! Why would you do that? That wasn't very kind. Wasn't compassionate. So it's a 3-on-6. You're full health, though. Should be a nice HE. You're waiting to get that shot reloaded, which... Good job managing your shells. I'm not sure if I would have done that because you were exposing yourself for a long time. But fair enough. 57 bounces. Oh no. But you bounced that. Unlucky. Don't fire your reserve shell, of course. It's a 3-on-5 still. Your super conk is starting to get pushed. But your Badger's holding off pretty nicely, actually. He's doing a great job. You know that their 57 is ISO and not in a super useful position, so this is a good opportunity for you to help out. I would be trying to go for HEs here potentially, but I mean, whatever is safer, right? Unfortunate shot there. Ooh, that's a 57. Uh-oh. That's a lot of damage. The turret's blocking you from escaping. Oh no, you're trapped. You're using the reserve shell to get the kill. I don't know about it because, oh yeah, now the PTA's on you. The type could have gotten that kill. But you're trapped here. This is a very awkward position. You're going to have to rely on that type's armor because the turret of the Wheezy perfectly blocking you. That's so unlucky. So this 57 really wants your ass. But reloading just in time. Picking up the kill. Oh, use the reserve shell for the PTA. I wouldn't mind that. You got to do that. But you get another shell anyway. Aim yourself in. Pick it up. Nice kill. Now the type in you backing off. Good kill there. Oh no, the type falls. Unlucky. You've got a lot of shells in your clip though. Might as well reload the 4th one at this point. I was cold. What do you mean? Bro realized as soon as he had that game that he wanted to put it in a replay and send it over. That's actually genius. Man had a goal and he went for it. 10.0 will have the Caro fully loaded. I am not looking forward to that change in 10.0. with the tanks being immediately reloaded. Bro, some of these maps are just going to be blind fire fests at the start. Right? Like Oasis Palms, where you can see into the enemy spawn. If you can memorize a few spawning locations and just start unloading in a 4K5, right? And then just by the time that the battle actually starts, you can just reload another clip entirely. I think that's just going to be incredibly dumb. Oh, here's the rear of the mill, though. Put in 1, put in 2. Is he going to risk the 3rd? Nah, you got plenty of time. 2 whole minutes. Nice shots in the mill. He's going to push you, potentially. He is. He's off the base. Going to camp the corner on him. Good reaction. 6 kills right there. Beautiful. That Badger didn't pick off of that 268. You could have had an opportunity for a 7, but that was awesome, man. Good game. 6.2 and 6 kills. And a Kara. That's an easy ace. Yeah. Well played there, man. Good stuff. Yeah, that's a carry and a half, man. Nice damage. Good stuff. I will go ahead and play a tank. What do I want to play is the question. That is the question. Oh, we got another replay. Army rejected his, and then Firefly sends one in as well. Okay, awesome. So I guess I get to do all the replays before this next set here instead of playing any actual games. Fair enough, I'm okay with that. Oasis Springs realistic. Exactly. Exactly, Merrick. See, I said that before you even typed that, so that's so funny. You said realistic, I didn't say that, but like Oasis Palms is the very first map that I thought of, and I said that even before reading your message with the delay. So that's crazy, yeah. Oasis is going to be goofy. I also think crossing on Middleburg to the medium side is going to be horrible. Yeah, it's just going to suck. Rockfield could even have a couple things, like a little bit. Phoenix in here, what's up? Welcome. Ghidorah, good to have you. Watching a few replays in between tournament sets here. We're going to be watching 4L against Apex. Has anyone started the prediction? Yes, thank you for starting the prediction. To whoever did that, my guess is Draconic. So thank you, Draconic, if it was you. Appreciate you. If y'all are watching on Twitch right now, I am also streaming it on YouTube. I do have a YouTube. If you want to subscribe, you can. If not, I don't really care because I don't use YouTube a whole lot. But if you're on YouTube, I will ask that you follow my Twitch because that's where I do all my streaming. Anyway, we've got Firefly in the stir here. He was quite a couple shots. Ooh, that was a nice one. Did not expect that to connect. Taking a couple yourself. It's all good. Your team is a little split. And the teammates that you have over here are all the mediums, and they're kind of soft, so it can be a little nerving to play on this side of the map with only your soft tanks here. And your team's not doing particularly well. Change in 10.0 shouldn't happen. I agree. I think it's a bad change. It just unbalances the game even more for autoloaders. T-54 covering you there. And look at the armor on that tank, by the way. Hull is actually very nice on the tank. T-54 is incredibly strong right now. TVP is about to kill your Ho-Re. Unless you can HE him first. Oh, nice. That was sneaky. Only saving him for a moment, but that T-54 firing gives you enough of an opportunity to start the push here. And he's permatracked if you can just keep putting that in. Oh, never mind. And like, look at the hull. You can't pen the hull. The hull is very red. That tank is very good in tier 9 right now. Yeah. I will say you're kind of just trading with him, which I don't think is the best play. You could definitely be like backing off and trying to see if you can sneak shots in without taking them in return, but at the end of the day, that was the easiest way for you to get the kill. It's a 3-on-5 though. You guys lost all of your tanks over on the other side of the map. It won't be an easy one. Speaking of won't be easy, that's not an easy shot to connect. Minotauro, crazy armor. Don't place the blind shots, leave nothing but entertaining. Exactly. Realistic, there's no blind shooting. Exactly, that's true. Play Caro. I don't have the Caro army reject. Barask. I retired my Barask, go climb rock. I ranked super high in the tank, and so I retired it. Whenever I play Barask, I go on my press account. Because there, I don't have to mess up my stats. Because I'm not normally like a stats nerd for tanks, but I did super well in the Barask, and I was like, I just want to leave it. I just want to immortalize it. So I decided to. But that's also because I have a press account and the opportunity to do that. If I didn't have a press account, I probably wouldn't do that. Because that is my favorite tank for sure. Ooh, E100 tries to sneak one in on you. This is going to be tough. You're in a corner here. You got E100 with you. Shooting the lower plate, I would have gone for the side turret. It's easier to hit, but you connected your shot regardless. And your E100 is holding off pretty nicely, actually. Hasn't taken damage yet. Targeting that Hori is going to be a good play, though. That was big how your E100 put one into him. Ooh, nice. This should be a clean kill. Good. 1 down, 4 to go. Your E100 is starting to fall, though. You're going to find the isolated Minotauro as your Waffle dies. And the Minnow put 2 shells in, so he is either on his long reload or he's got his reserve shell, the only one left. E100 puts one in before you pick up the kill, but the E100's dead. He's not going to survive this. The best you can do is try to 1v3 this. Or will the E100 survive? He's still alive. VK hasn't pushed him yet. No, he can take a hit from the VK. Can't take a hit from the E100 though. He goes down for the E100. He's ignoring the VK. That's crazy. Your E100's actually popping off though. It's a good shot. He can pick up the kill. Come on, buddy. He's aiming it in. Ah, unfortunate. Somehow, VK, did he miss the enemy 100 or your teammate 100? That's funny. Here's a farm though. Wait a second. Holy cow. We're at 8k damage. And your E100 just dies. He takes all the damage while you get to farm this guy. Nice max roll. It's a 1v2. This is extremely winnable. E100 can't shoot you. You have a free lower plate shot. Driving off the hill kind of messes that up a little bit. You're kind of stuck between them, so it's a little awkward. But you can easily speed boost your way out of there. Ooh. VK had a free shot on you and missed it. It's going to give you the opportunity to get the kill here. Nice kill! No way, Firefly. No way. 9,000 damage game nearly. And a 7 kill. That's nuts. That is insane. Replays in Discord? Yes, Yaki. I have a replay channel. Wow, Firefly. That's incredible. That's incredible. I think that's the highest damage regular game that I featured on this channel in years. That is awesome, dude. Well played. In the Sturv, of course. Super high. Super, super high damage tank. Sad. I mean, I still play the Barask actively. It's my most played tank in my press. But yeah, I leave this one because I was number 2 NA when I finished. I think it's fallen down. I think a couple people have passed me, but yeah. Bisante, I don't actually have the Bisante. We're getting our next invite in just a couple minutes here though, so I'm not gonna play any games. Yeah, I don't really have the time. The next one starts in 8 minutes. I get my invite in 3 minutes. I'm not gonna bother. Yeah, I don't actually have the Bisante in this account. Nor the Caro. Caro is one of the only tier 10s I'm missing. I think there's 60 tier 10s in the game right now, right? Because I'm pretty sure the only ones I'm missing are the Caro and the KPZ50T. 11 GFT. I could have played that. I think I'm just gonna wait though. I think it would be safest for me to wait and not play another game. Plus, that's a lot of replays, you know. I appreciate y'all redeeming those. And Firefly, that was a super impressive game. So, good stuff there. Big damage. I've never gotten a 9k. gotten an 8K a couple times, never gotten a 9K, and I haven't gotten any high damage games since the update because I haven't played tier 10 at all. Like, I only played. My record for a while was the Caro while it was in testing. Then I broke it with this TL7120 when it was in testing. I have a few 6.5s on the press, but I don't really play tier 10 a whole lot. Otherwise, maybe I could get some nice damage games, but no 9Ks. The last time I got an 8K was like a year ago. That was while I was fixing my 50B. My 50B used to be pretty bad. And I really had a phase where I loved the tank, and I brought it up to 3K. I should move it so you can see it. When the 50B, right before it got changed from the 3-shot to the 4-shot, I think it was the best damage dealing tank in the game. Right before 9.1. It was so good. Oh, the tier 9. Gotcha. I'm just going to wait for my invite, and then I'm going to grab a drink. So I'm going to click the BRB screen here. I'm going to go grab a drink, and then I will return when we can go ahead and get into the next set. Alright guys, here we are. Apex and 4L are going to be playing each other in this next set. And the maps, ooh, I didn't click on it. Sorry guys, I'm not going to change the overlay. It's going to look awkward for a few seconds. Get used to it. Okay. Port Bay, Hellas, Fort, and Wintermount. This is a big day for Apex. Honestly, I wish that I spectated Apex today. I mean, I spectated them yesterday, so getting them 2 days in a row, unlikely. Wargaming wants me to spread out, diversify, which I totally understand and agree with. But this is a big day for Apex. They play both of the teams that they're contending for top 4 with. 4L and Ponda. They beat Ponda. Now it's time for them to fight 4L. These are both the teams that I thought, at least before, they would be contending for top 4 with. Because last season, they and Ponda both made it, but it was super close, and 4L was a close 5th behind. And this season, again, I mean, plus SLG. SLG, I throw them in the mix too, but I would say, honestly, SLG is above Ponda and 4L as of right now, in terms of how I think about them. But are they playing right? When do they play? SLG is playing Joker right now. So SLG Joker, Reggie Origin, and Elevate Ponda. are the sets going on right now. Anyway, we can go ahead and focus on this game right here, Port Bay, which is a fun map for competitive, in my opinion. I don't think it's a great map for pubs, but I think in competitive, when you have players that know what they're doing, it can be a good map. And right away, we're seeing a lot of dynamic tanks on either team right now. 4L running 2 Sturves and a 1-2-1B, then Apex running 2 Sturves themselves, 2 IS-7s and 3 E5s, and 4L is busting in a couple MLEs, so they like that. Very nice tungsten shells, plus decent alpha damage, but also respectable reload tank, right? You can get 3 tungsten shells out with the MLE, only 2 of them in the 60 TP, even though they hit a little harder in that tank. Potentially a Vickers, yeah, Vickers plus 1-2-1B combo. 1-2-1B is a nice one. It's a kind of like a substitute, like a budget Sturv K, because it's got the same DPM and it's got reactive, which helps it with the hit points. It might be the only tier 10 medium that has a reactive. I think it is. It also has the super speed that the Sturv has as well, so it's kind of the budget version of the Sturv. But they also have a Vickers, which is a tank that you don't see a whole lot of, and I'm curious to know how they are going to use it and why they would choose the Vickers over an STB. I mean, my main intuition would be that the extra camo boost that the Vickers gets is what they want, right? But why do they need the camo more than the extra to give gun depression and armor that the STB gives? What up, Wrecked? Took her joking without a 4K 5 boost needed. Let's go. Good job. Anyway, here we go, y'all. Game 1 4L Apex. Apex, who just came off of a victory against Pondo, one of their rivals, now fighting against 4L. And 4L is hard committing C. Apex is as well. So we're going to see some intense games here. Burby immediately going to the corner with Leafy. They're going to take it extremely quickly as Apex has no medium tanks. Cobra Blue getting tracked quite quickly and a few shots going in, and Apex missing all of their shots on 4L in the opening. So Cobra Blue already on half hit points and the game has just started. 4L is yet to take any damage. And they're just going to YOLO right on in. Akame getting punished as well. 4L is completely ready for this. And Apex is just getting bled out. They need to push. They need to go immediately, because those mediums are just farming them from the corner. Look at this. Burby, Leafy, both just farming Apex. They need to get themselves in there. They do put shots into Darktronics. Also splitting Lasaga Monday off. Cobra Blue chip on the left. The rest of Apex on the right. And they're able to focus fire at Darktronics quickly. Despite all of that bleeding they did in the opening game, 4L does bring their tanks in here. Garfield getting taken out quickly. Akame's quite low, as is Cobra Blue on this side. He's going to get picked off. He does. Akame hiding the best he can, but Leafy should be able to have rear shots in on him. In the meantime, Apex goes for Wrecked. DGR now incredibly low. Akame still up top chillin'. Surprisingly, 4L didn't go for him, but Apex is way down in the hit points right now, even though the guns are even. DGR is going to fall in just a minute here. I think Pipe missed a kill shot there, but not that deep. Trying to go for a ram? Pipe still not shooting. My goodness, how did Pipe not get the kill? Was his turret broken there? Maybe his turret was broken, but those tanks trading despite him being on so many more hit points. External trying to put one more shot into deep. He falls. External does die, but so does Leafy. And Apex are still in it, even though they don't have a whole lot of hit points to work with here. Kame sneaking shots into not that deep. He's going to try to kite the best that he can, but Chip falls in the meantime. He was ammo-wrecked, so not a whole lot of use for his team. Garfield going to try to play against Burby here, but his turret's turned the wrong way entirely. But Burby sneaks the kill on Akame instead of looking at Garfield, and quick game 1 win for 4L. Rick says a band came in the room, so apparently something distracted him, but his team is doing well. 4L takes the game. Aggressive play from Apex, but, I mean, they didn't have the corner. And straight up, this is kind of like a pub game in the regard that 4L literally just farmed from the corner and absolutely destroyed them in the early bleeds. You know, both Akame and Cobra Blue taking immense damage at the beginning, and that just completely crippled them. And even though they did bring it relatively close in the end with the hit points, it was only off by like 1,000 in the end. It was like 2k to 3k. You know, if they didn't bleed so much in the opening, it would have been good for them. Big yikes. So game 1, An all-out aggressive YOLO from Apex didn't pay off. Game 2, don't know what they'll do differently, but this time they've got it T100. He may be able to contest that corner, although it won't win a fight against a 1-2-1B. And I know External has a 1-2-1B, he's used it in comp before. 4L will keep those MLEs there, they did a good job of anchoring. And even though Apex killed the one pretty quickly, overall it was a success for 4L. As you can see by the score. Once again, 4L taking the first game as a victory. Will Apex respond to this with something? They're still running their 2 Sturves, getting a concept in the mix, 2 IS-4, so they're probably not going for a super all-out YOLO. It is a doubt on my end that they will do that, as they don't really have the tanks to do it. But 4L is gonna sacrifice their mobility as well this game. They've only got a 2-100, so no more Vickers. Playing off the 1-2-B as well. But still, they've got a reasonable lineup. A Yo in the mix. Interestingly enough, for some clips, 260s for anchoring alpha damage. We got plenty of alpha damage in that team this time. Sup, TK? Welcome. Alright, y'all. Game 2, let's get it. This time, Apex has the spawn that would be, I would say, easier to grab to a fight on the seaside with, because from the south spawn, which Apex just had, you kind of have to drive over a big hill. I can kind of fly over quickly and show you what I mean. I don't like going fast with the free cam, but this hill right here, you have to drive over it. Oops, I went the wrong way, I went under. You have to go over it in order to fight here, whereas Apex, you don't really have a big hill that you need to do that. It's way further back. Anyway, don't like using the super fast cam, so I'm not going to. External, quickly going towards the seaside to spot anything there. 4L is not going to be there, though. Mostly playing towards A. They've got their T100 in the middle of the town for some sneaky, aggressive spots, but it's Tantan who's going to get lit first, but spotting 3 tanks from Apex, and they're trying to go for a boost of the concept, but no, Chip gets caught out and double-clipped by Burby. So, the boost failing, but they realize that, you know, 4L's not there anyway, so not a big deal. And Tantan's taking a hit himself here, so it's not that bad. Burby's clip into Chip was heat, so he only took 800 damage as opposed to 900. And Apex ends up with the cap lead anyway, so it's just fine. But 4L is pretty far back here. Tantan again trying to step into A base, but ends up backing off. And Burby in the Yo trying to sneak them shots in. Apex is now countering through the town. Don't want to push too far, though. 4L's got their 60s lined up. And Garfield is spotted in B. Now I'm curious to see if Max can try to sneak a shot in. No, he can't do that. Can anyone shoot Garfield right now? Yes, blind HE from the Yo. Second shot should go in. Ooh, double MLE's about to tap him, though. That's one. Second one taps him as well. Ooh. He's taking big damage here, big overextension there from Garfield Lasagamonde 83, also known as Zerd. And the attempt to grab B, even though they already had the base advantage, grabbing B, very greedy, and it did not pay off for them. Don't send Chip in there. Do not send Chip in there to do what Zerd just failed to do. Now he's stuck. Now he's stuck in the middle. DJ's going to try to counter push from the other side, though, so maybe it's just aggression from Apex that they're going for here. Trying to shoot Tantan, who has low hit points. And Chip once again getting in the base. Gonna get Yod clipped. But no DJ taking a shot now. And what is Apex doing here? What are they cooking up? Cobra Blue coming in the mix, but Apex just doesn't have hit points here. They're actually starting to even things up, though. It's actually Max Verstappen that's getting absolutely deleted, as well as Tantan, as you just saw. So Apex somehow they are able to get a couple kills here. And what the heck? Now they're winning on hit points. Although they just overextended like crazy, they're just going to counter push right into the town here. Not that deep. Going to be the next target, traded for a Kame. Cobra Blue in there now, and he's going to be farmed out from Leafy and Burby. It's the Yo farming, as well as the 60 TP up top, but now they're going to lose Darktronics in the town here, most likely. As the rest of Apex is going to collapse in on him. Garfield, 83, still holding back, as he is quite low. DJ going to be the next target, but Rekt does get the kill, bleeding a bit, but now Apex is up a gun and the hit points, and they have a cap. So if I were them, I'd start slowing down here. Garfield, do not want to cross in front of that 60 TP. Would be a big risk. Rekt misses the shot. Garfield probably was pretty well held down. Yeah, he was held down there, so he was fine. And 4L will grab C to try to stop the caps, but Apex is just going to counter right back into A. And after all of that, despite Apex making such a big blunder into B, still out-brawling 4L entirely, picking off all the tanks that they'd sent into the town, and are now up a tank and the bases by quite a bit, nearly 800 points here for Apex, and 3 minutes left for 4L to cook something up. However, what 4L does have is the light tank, and spotting out the IS-4 there was beautiful. He's going to be lit for 20 seconds. No, and the Yo gets the kill from across, so now it's a 3-on-3. That light tank was super useful for 4L, and they are able to get the hit point advantage here. And most of the hit points on Apex are in the concept, where 4L it is their Yo, but it's a sneaky 3-on-3 in either way. Also, I was just talking about how 4L has the 200 LT. There is external on 1200 hit points who I just completely did not see. I'm being goofy here. Burby gets spotted though. He's going to catch out Garfield, 83. Misses the second shot, but in comes Rekt, and oh my goodness, so much more damage is coming in from 4L. They've got the alpha damage here from the 60 and just the 2 shots that the Yo can put out at a time. So that's really useful for 4L. And they were able to out-trade Garfield La Saga Monday 82. And while all this is going on, Leafy's just going to come around from the rear and try to put shots in. And 4L just has a better setup here. Burby's just going to clip out 82. And Apex still focusing in here. They're splitting their shots. At this point, they just need to push in, but Chip's going to fall. And External just needs to put his shots in at this point. But things are still looking good for Apex as they have the caps. It's just External doesn't want to die. Misses the kill shot. And Apex could throw this last one here. Leafy is caught up on him now. External gets the kill, 900 points, but External going to have to run away, and I don't think he's going to be able to do it. Leafy gets the kill, and 3-on-4 situation that 4L wins. That is a toss from Apex. They had the advantage there. They had an extra tank, they had the caps, and they had the hit points. But 4L brings it back anyway. And I'm just imagining what's going on in the Apex voice chat right now. Holy cow. They've got to be extremely mad. 4L outplayed them perfectly there. That's the thing that 4L had that Apex didn't, is the alpha damage. So that if they're able to get like a sneaky spot off like that and just catch them quickly, they just, you know, you can put in that extra damage quickly. Apex couldn't respond because they've got that low alpha damage, even if they put in a shot in return, or even 2. 4L out-traded them. So Apex, who absolutely blundered at the beginning and then came back to have the lead, ends up getting destroyed. Holy cow, that was awful. That was actually awful. Anyway, game number 3 here. 4L is going to be on Hellas. Up 2-0. Where did the Gatorade go? What's up, Doc? How you doing, man? Oh, it just disappeared, man. I'm a wizard. What can I say? A witch? Yes, witch. Yeah, Apex, they're gonna have to get their shit together because that was rough. Hellas, they're gonna be running double IS-7, double Super Conk. Double E5? No, 1 E5, 160, 1 IS-7. And 4L is going Krons. They got 4 Krons on this map. Now, will they dig into AB area with the Krons? I doubt that. You can't really push into AB. You've got Krons and your clips aren't even loaded yet. But 50B as well. They're going to have 5 clippers. That is nuts. But they also have the light tank advantage. Interesting. But here we go, y'all. Game number 3. And here we go. 5 clippers on the 4L team. This would be a massive win here if they're able to take one off of Apex, because Apex wins the set. They only need to win one of the next 3 to be in 4 wins and be in top 4 shape. But 4L, of course, they need to get all of their next sets as wins here if they want to take it. Now Apex mostly committing towards the C side of the map. 4L mostly committed towards B. They're putting the T100 LT in quickly for the B base. Chip grabbing A, but Burby's going to drive right on in and try to go for a reset. No, someone resets Chip. Didn't see who it was. It was not that deep all the way in the cron, getting that crossfire shot. And Chip does get reset and pushed back. Burby takes it in return though, so hit points are fine here. 4L does have the cap lead, and they're mostly set up in the C base. So they will grab that. Tantan going for some blind shots somewhere. As well as not that deep. Oh, they're resetting externally. He's getting HE'd. Never mind. So he's grabbing the C base but getting reset. T100 LT probably low profile enough to not get shot. He also wouldn't even be spotted in general in that tank, but External finally getting the base, drives off. But big cap lead for 4L, over 100 points. And game 3, they're already up 2-0, and they've got the advantage game 3 opening. So good on them. They've got 4 Kronvons all backing up Burby here, so it's going to be extremely difficult to push him, right? He's not like isolated or anything. 4L is all ready to shoot him, even though they're spread out, like Wrecked, Darktronics, Max, all in separate lanes, but Burby being covered by all of them. And of course, Tantan sneaking around in the 50B, interesting spot to be in. And how will Apex try to crack this one? Keeping nobody in the C corner. So if 4L figured that out, they could eventually just drive Leafy directly in. Leafy gets spotted though. Takes a couple. Ooh. Big bleeds into Leafy. That bush obviously didn't do him very well. So Apex will maintain a hit point lead of about 1,000. I think that nearly 2,000 as they sneak another in. But Apex is mostly lined up on the A side. DJ, Chip both spotted. External taking some bleeds here himself. Ooh, he's getting clipped. Darktronics put his entire clip in there. Yikes. And I think 4L, yep, they recognize that Apex left the C base. Apex goes in for their push on A. They're going in. Realizing that 4L's Krons unloaded their clips, and now down goes Burby in just a second here. 4L will take the C base, but Apex trying to grab A real quick, just sitting the Super Conks in long enough to grab it. But despite all this, they're still down on the bases. They will push it around from the other side though, Max being the next target. But the points looking scary now for 4L. Apex is going to have to drive into this base here, stop it from ticking. And in come the Super Conks. Tantan's reloading his 50B. This is their opportunity. Here we go. Chip is in the base. Super Conks driving in. They're going to move in. 4L spreading their shots between Cobra Blue and Lasaga Monday, who does get tracked. Cobra Blue getting tracked out. He's going to be killed instantly, yes. But despite that, all 3 bases now are for Apex as External goes back into C. So they have all 3 bases. They get the kill on Max. Tantan's clip is back, though. He's going to clip out DJ. Yes, he does. Clips out DJ. So tanks are 5-5. Apex has the hit points, but they have all 3 bases now, and 4L does not have time to deal with them. External over there is just holding Leafy off from C, defending the C base. 4L going to be stopping B, and Tantan is just going to drive right on through. He's going to have to sit in B because Darktronics is not that deep, both fall. Now a 5-on-3, but it doesn't matter. 3 caps for Apex. Pushing in well. And I like what they did. They timed that push because 4L had just unloaded a lot of their clips. External had taken a big one. And so they decided, okay, this Kronvon's out of shells. It's time for us to push. They pushed right through C, picked up Burby, and the rest of the 4L Clippers weren't 100% ready yet. They didn't get any big kills in at all there. And Apex taking that one with a really good push, finally putting themselves on the leaderboard. I said leaderboard, scoreboard here. But they have a tough road to climb still, as they are down in the set 2-1 as the spawns swap. And 4L still keeping some Krons, but maybe not 4 of them this time around, huh? Apex keeping the Sturves, maybe. Maybe swapping 1. And then double E5. Chat has gone silent. Everyone is enjoying the set. I love it. I love it. The games are intense. They will keep the double stir, and they're going to bring out their own 200 this time. And still triple crown for 4L, so they believe in the tank on this map, clearly. No more 50B either. So 5 clippers on 4L was not enough. Shouldn't say was not enough, implying that they needed more clippers to win, but... R.I.P. But yes, if Apex wins this next set, that's going to be really big for them, because 4L and Pondo were 2 of their biggest rivals for making top 4. So wins on both of them would be big. 4L, although, I mean, I'm not going to say it's impossible. Losing your first 3 sets really, really hurts. And it can be difficult to come back from it. But a win on Apex is exactly what you need to kick that off. Because 4L still hasn't played Elevate yet. And that should be a win for them. If they play at their typical level. They still have to play Joker as well, though they haven't played Joker yet. So they're going to have to beat Joker as well if they want a shot. Apex mostly committed towards C again. Not even going to bother putting anything on B, though. Leafy again going to grab the base on the heavy side. But 4L more spread towards C now. External going to light Burby. Some good info from that. But at the end of the day, 4L still going to get the cap lead here. Super Conk spot in the middle, sneaks one into Tantan. Good shot there from Garfield 82. Also known as Market, if you know Market. The shot goes into Cobra Blue as well, so the damage has been traded evenly. Ship hold in the corner here. He is lit Tantan, he's not yet spotted. And Apex grabs C, Cobra Blue sneaks that cap off. Ship now is spotted here. And Garfield 83 taking a shot all the way on the other side of the map. No, that was 82, never mind. In the middle. External sneaks B with the 200, so Apex now does have the base lead. 4L will need to do something. C is probably their best bet right now with all those E5s lined up. They've got Tantan and Burby both there. Ship holding them off. Cobra Blue going to join them. But wrecked in the Kron as well. Over on the other side here. Sturves from Apex remain flexible. But here we go. 4L is going to get into the C base. 2 tanks in it, by the way. Kron Vaughn, who's taking the hits, but it's Leafy who has the cap points right now. And Tantan's going to push forward from 4L. Try to keep Apex away from C. Yep, 4L does grab the base, but External, who sneaks into A, ooh, he's going to take a big shot there. Ooh, must not have seen the 60 TP, huh? This is the second shot, and will Garfield be able to put anything in? No. So 4L does defend A base just fine, and External takes a big hit from it. So that's not good from their end. And 4L now has the hit point lead by about 1,400. Extend that even more as the Super Conk in the middle is starting to take damage, and Apex needs to counter push here, but 4L is pretty nicely set up with their E5s and Kron. Max could join that fight as well. However, right now their main weakness, Apex's weakness, is the Super Conk right in the middle here. And 4L could punish it, but Max isn't looking. In the meantime, Apex is getting shots in from in front, from behind. Rekt goes down quickly, and Tantan going to be the next Focus fire target from Apex. They continue their push. Yes, they do. Gotta get themselves in there. Chip's been tracked in the front, but Akame driving in next. But now all 3 bases are for 4L. It's 800 cap points. It's going to be extremely difficult for Apex to stop this. DJ's in C. External's going to have to drive off into another base because Cobra Blue falls. Now it's 940 for 4L, and they still have A and B completely uncontested on the other side of the map. 960, 970, 980, 950 again, but they can't stop the caps in time here. And DJ's about to fall himself. Yeah, that's going to be game number 4 for 4L. They're up 3-1. And good rotations from 4L, grabbing all those bases, putting all that pressure on Apex, because their push was looking really good. But then they got desperate in the end. 4L takes it. And we are going to be seeing Apex now down 3-1. They're going to have to play the rest of the set perfectly if we want to see them win it, but this is looking good for 4L. We may be about to see them win their first set of top 8, which is very impressive being on Apex, which was the 3rd place team last season. So this would be a really good win for them to pick up. Obviously, 4L needs to win every set. Float like a duck? Perhaps. Oh my goodness, Doc, you're a goof. You're a goof, I love you. Now it's Apex running out the Crons, huh? Okay, Apex may be taking a page from 4L's book. I'm like, oh, we see the Crons. As we move to Fort Despair, by the way, is going to be the map for 5 and 6. And yeah, triple Cron on this map is interesting. Also running an IS-4, IS-7, and 2 Stirves, so they do love having the Stirves there. That DPM is great to have. It was useful for their push. However, DJ and Akami did get caught out eventually. So it's a great tank for dealing the damage, but it also takes damage extremely well. Which is not a good thing, by the way. If you're good at taking damage, it's not a good thing to have. There's a difference between soaking shots and taking damage. 4L rocking triple 60 DPs on this map. I like that pick. I like the 60 DPs on this map and the IS-4s. But what will Apex do? What are they cooking up here? They're going to have to know what they're doing if they want any chance at winning this set, because they need to win the next 3 games in a row. It's doable for them. It is absolutely doable, but I don't know. It's going to be a tough one. What's up, Soap? Welcome to the stream, brother. Alright, it's 4L. Gonna sneak a win here on former top 3 team Apex. Leafy says, listen, listen. He wants 4L to listen right now. 4L mostly coming toward the C side. DJ himself is alone on that side. He actually gets spotted. Doesn't spot anything from 4L. So he is not going to light the rest of their tanks getting into the C base. And 4L will quickly get in, and Max is going to try to sneak a shot in. Doesn't get spotted, but the second shot does connect. Surprised DJ didn't back off after that first one fired, but he didn't, and he took the shot for it. 4L again gets the cap advantage here, but Chip is going to quickly sit in B. Leafy will not have a reset. So that's a base cap there, but from 4L, really no one's been spotted yet. I think it was literally just one tank over here. It was either Burby or Max. But Apex doesn't know where they are, and they're lining up all their Crons in the middle here. 4L's just going to push this side. Uh-oh. Hope DJ doesn't get caught out here. That would not be good for him. He still hasn't spotted anything in this area, so for all he knows, they could be right on his behind, and they are. Burby gets lit. He's going to back off. But cap lead 4L, and Crons are not great pushing tanks. Rubber Blue getting bled here. A sneaky spot as well from the 2 and 5V wreck. He's got shots into the B base middle area as well as the A corner. Looks like your average 40% noob sitting in the corner of a pub game, but this is in fact a intelligent play. It is done intentionally. For those who bet on Apex, how you feeling? Yeah, uh-oh. Foil is mostly lined up in C here, and they're waiting to see if Apex is going to make a play on C, and uh-oh. Chip's getting spotted here. That's no good. That's scary. That is scary. Foil is still largely unspotted for the majority of this game. And information is super important in competitive Blitz. Chip's driving in. Uh-oh. 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 Let's just watch this from his POV. POV, you overextend. Bang, boom. Rip Chip. And rip Apex's dreams of winning this set. That is bad. What is Apex to do now? They're pushing into C, but not ready to protect it. Didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. But A4L was very much prepared for it. They've got all their tanks lined up here. Chip is now on 300 hit points. Apex is now down 4,000 hit points. And they're bringing all their tanks in, but it's predictable, right? 4L's already got everyone ready and lined up for this. And even more tanks are bleeding now for Apex. Cobra Blue is on a fraction of his hit points. Yeah, Apex is kind of lost here. This is 4L's game to lose. They bring their IS-4 to stop the B base, but like, yeah, Apex is just bleeding so much. Still 4,000 hit point diff. The only tanks that Apex has hit points in are their Stirs, and they pick up a kill, so good on them for that, but now DJ's nuked. Double 60 DP's amazing alpha damage that they put out. That's the thing with the Krons, is they've got burst, but you need to put those initial shells in. Akame is farming not that deep. So lots of low hit point tanks here for Apex, but all that needs to happen here is for a couple shots to go in. What's going on though? It's a 5-on-4. 4L still has a massive hit point advantage, but they're missing kill shots. What's Cobra Blue doing though? Is he dying to a turret? There's a turret on him. That kills him. Oh my goodness, that is mad goofy. Down goes our 83. Chip going to fall in a minute here. External trying to sneak one on Darktronics. He's not going to be able to line that up. Sneak the Cupola shot. Misses it. Down goes Akame. Down goes Chip. And 4L wins over Apex 4-1. This is no buenos. No buenos for Apex, but that's amazing for 4L as they take their first set of top 8, and it's over a very good clan that is contending for top 4, so that's a big loss for Apex. But Burby on top with 4.3, an amazing trap that they set up there on the C base, and I really question Apex's decision making, putting an IS-7 on the C base despite not having any info about that side and not having any tanks to support him if he were to get into a fight. Like, you're basically pushing blind there. Big risk, didn't pay off, and even though they had a lot of kills, they were really good at picking up the kills. Apex did a great job of picking up kills, but they never had the hit points to push in the first place, so realistically they were not going to win that engagement. And yeah, congrats to 4L. You guys deserve that win. Congrats on getting yourselves on the board there. Very nicely done. We can go ahead and take a look at how all of the other teams are doing. Tier 4 not fully completed right now. 3 of the 4 sets are done. So Origin beats Reggie, remaining undefeated for the entire top 8 so far. Origin with 4 wins. They're basically in top 4, right? I don't think... No, it's not possible for other teams to get... For everyone to get 4 wins, right? Origin is guaranteed top 4. Congrats. Good job to Origin. You're in top 4. Ponda beats Elevate. They are 2-2 now? Or are they 3-1? Yeah, they're 2-2. 4L going 1-3. Apex is 2-2. So these are the standings right now, but we don't know who wins between SLG and Joker. And I don't think it's going to be ending... I don't know, these two teams are pretty competitive, so I don't know if it'll end anytime soon. I don't think I'm going to delay the stream and wait and find out. If you guys want to watch those, go ahead and watch a Robert stream, because he is watching Joker right now. So that game is on his channel, but I'm not going to go ahead and wait for it. So this is where I'm going to call it. But congrats, 4L. And of course we have Nasser in typical fashion. As soon as Apex loses, He is here and excited, but when Apex wins, nowhere to be found. That's great though. You show up at the best times, huh? Apex is 2-2 though, so they're still absolutely in the running for top 4. 4L's gonna have to have a perfect run to make it, but they can do their best to spoil Apex's hopes, and I'm sure that's what they want to do. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get my raid started right now. If you are on Twitch, I'm gonna be raiding someone starting now, so I would appreciate if you show them your support, whoever I pick, who I haven't picked yet. But yes, that is going to be the end of this stream. If you are on YouTube, I bid you adieu. It's been fun. And everyone who's watching live, it's been great to have you around in the chat. Hope that y'all have a good one. And that's about it for me. So yeah, as always, stay safe. Happy tanking.